Howdy folks, welcome back to Skybees 2. Today I just want to briefly cover how I've got Draconic Evolution's fusion crafting automated over here. This is another one that's always been a thorn in my side trying to automate, and I've got a pretty solid solution that works here. We'll start out where the patterns come in from Applied Energistics. Right now I've only got 3 recipes going. There's not a lot in this pack that is a multi-craft for Draconic Evolution. Pretty much everything is a one and done, like you do it once to create, like say the bow, and then to upgrade the bow, and then create a, there's nothing real, and very few things you need to multi-craft multiple times, but these are the 3 I've found so far. One of the things to note about these recipes, and I'll take it over here and show you, is when you build your recipe, it's kind of important to put the item that's going to go in the middle block, the crafting injector itself, last. Put all the other items that need to be, in the injectors on the outsides in there, and then the very last item you put in this list, because Applied Energistics will insert them in the order left to right, starting from the top. And anyway, that's one important thing to note. The only other importance of Applied Energistics here is that the interface I have is in blocking mode. That way it will only push if I, say for instance, I'm doing multiple crafts of the core, Draconic core, then it will only push one set of recipe items into the barrel, and then wait until it's empty before it pushes them again, and that's important for the timing of this system. I'm using xnet to do the primary automation of it. Each one of these blocks, you'll see it says green connector up there in the one probe. I'm just using the facades that come with xnet so that they look like stone block, and they look better than the connectors if you ask me. I had one on that connector there, but it does a lot of Z fighting underneath there, and it bothered me, so I would rather see the connector than see the Z fighting. But onto the controller. Now this took me a little while to sort out. One of the things that I wanted to try to do was detect when something was in the crafting core, and that's what this redstone control is. So this channel out here is a logic channel, and it's looking at the fusion crafting core, and it's saying that if there's any value that's not 0, output color white. So as long as there's nothing in it, there's nothing being emitted. But the minute that something goes in the fusion crafting core, then it will emit the white color. And then this one on the connector that's on the barrel, he said that on the white color, emit redstone of 15. So when something goes in the core, it turns on white color. This one here says, oh, there's a white color on, emit redstone of 15. What that does is on this extraction channel over here on the barrel connector, redstone mode off to activate. So as long as the redstone's not on, this connector will constantly try to pull out of this barrel. So items that hit this barrel, it'll start extracting them until something goes in that core and turns on the redstone, and then he stops. I have it set to stack just because it moves faster. One of the recipes is the energy relay crystals, and they need to be 4 in there. So if it pulls one item out and sticks it in the core, then it stops pulling. So I wanted it to pull them all and put them all in there at one time. The insertion core for the core is where I have a filter set for the items that must go in the core, and his priority is set for -1. That way he will be the last one. All the rest of these insertions are just the normal priority of 0. So at this -1 setting, he will be the last one that inserts anything anyway. So that kind of took care of locking the extractor down here with the redstone. And then, of course, I just have, all of these filtered, some of them, just making sure that the recipe that I create has a destination for any of the items needed in the recipes. And then I have an extraction channel also on the Fusion Crafting Core. That's one other importance here. On the Fusion Crafting Core, I have an advanced connector because it's set to up. So that on the insertion, he will insert up. That means that the items will go into the top spot, because you can put items into either spot using xnet on this with Draconic Evolution. On the extract on the Fusion Crafting Core, he's extracting down, so he'll only pull from the bottom slot. And then up here, I've just got it inserting back into the ME interface so that the craft is complete. So far, it's been working well. I've not had any issues with it. Haven't done a ton of crafting with it. I've literally the only things I've crafted with it have been the crystals, the wireless crystals. If you look around, you could probably see them. They're all over the place. I've got them. I think there's one back there somewhere. Yeah, there's one or two over there. Kind of fond of them. I like the wireless energy because I hate seeing cables everywhere. Of course, I'm getting prepared to craft chaotic cores if I can ever get enough chaos shards to upgrade everything to chaotic tier. Starting to work on my injectors. I've got 2 of them done so far. I've got enough shards to do 6 more, I think. I need to, I don't know, I'm kind of like waiting until I have enough to do them all. But anyway, that's the automation on the Draconic Evolution Fusion Crafting. Of course, I do have the regular old timer back here to trigger it so that I don't have to come over here and hit it with a redstone signal. I suppose I could do some type of trigger from the advanced connector, but I already had the timer back there from when I was manually crafting, so I just left it. Anyway, that's all for this one. Take care.